SportsMax. So SportsMax on August 8th will no longer be in the Caribbean space. What do I mean by that? They will cease to exist on August 8th. And I'm telling you, that in itself is not a good thing for sports in the Caribbean. So welcome back, people, to MG Sports TV. Thank you very much again for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Whatever the time, the 10 minutes, the 9 minutes, or the 8 minutes out of your busy schedule, just to listen to me waffle or wobble or whatever the case may be. But really appreciate it, people. Appreciate it, people. Without you guys, this channel would not reach where it's at this present moment. But much appreciated. All right, let's get into the facts or what's happening in the space. All right, so SportsMax was incorporated in 2002. That is how long they have been in operation. 2025 makes it 22 years. Is that 22? Yeah. 23 years, actually. 23 years. Yeah. Sorry about the mathematics. Yeah, since they have been in operation. And I have to say, that is a long time. This is my honest, 100% honest opinion on the matter and how I feel about the situation. Now, when I came in the media space, and I'm being honest, SportsMax is the brand and also the level that I look at and said, that is where I want to be. That is what I want to be. And I know it's not easy because speaking about 23 years, people, think about it. Since I've been on YouTube since 2021, 4 years. I've been on YouTube for 4 years. I have to be honest, I've done really well, better than a lot, better than a lot of channels in that same 4 years. But they have done it for 23 years. That's a lot of work, a lot of errors, a lot of problems, a lot of fixing, a lot of correcting, a lot of good stuff. And they have done the Caribbean brilliantly for the entirety of those years. They have carried multiple different sporting events across the entire diaspora, entire Caribbean. They have made it accessible to view for everyone who wants to see it. Either via the app and Play Store, Apple Store, whatever the case may be, they made it accessible. And they have served the Caribbean community where sports is concerned with utter brilliance. Professionalism, their setup, their analysts, each and every analyst, despite how you think their opinions are, or you think they're analyzing some of the matters, they bring a high level of professionalism in the media space. I'm going to be honest, I have had issues with them in the past, but it was just me being practically immature of understanding what is happening in the media space. But since then, I've had growth. I've learned all the things happening. I've understand the business aspect of what is happening in the Jamaica space where the media is concerned. And since then, we haven't had any mishaps, any issues again since then, and we've had a mutual understanding of how things will happen and how things will go. And I'm pretty much disappointed with how this is going to end, because I personally believe that there is no media outlet, none whatsoever, in the Caribbean or in Jamaica that can replicate what they do, either for schoolboy football, for cricket, basketball, tennis, volleyball, netball, football, again, schoolboy football. There's none, because they have brought the level so high. It's at the international standards. Yes, there has been mishaps in operations, probably technical issues, sometimes some things out of their control. But needless to say, 90% of the time, it is spotless. Things so happen, just it's clockwork. The moment they have an operation, it's clockwork. And I've seen it, I've watched them. And the reason why I can speak this and say this is because they are the media outlet that I zoom in and I watch every single detail of what they do, because I view them. They might not view me the same, but I view them as competition, healthy competition for me to grow. What are they getting right? What are the stuff that they're getting putting together? How did this broadcast? What did they do here? All these type of stuff. They are the one that have gathered the information from looking, understanding, learning, speaking with some of the staff, and gathering information on how they prolong. A lot of persons would have heard information. Quite a few people reach out to me and said, MG Sports, you can this rate it there. And I have to be honest, yes, I think I can get involved or do what they were doing, but at that level, I am nowhere near that right now. Right now. I can be in the next probably 10 years, maybe less, but it will take time. It will take time because they have been doing it for 23 years. Do you know how much issues they've had during that time period? Do you know what things that they had to correct it during that time period? The amount of stuff that they had to master during that time period. So it was an honor to watch and observe how they build, how they do the professional aspect of broadcast, record, pre-record, uploading videos, in the SportsMax zone. I've watched everything. They have been basically the lead for me in how I project in being in the future. And I've been really, really observing that, and I have to say, I have to commend them. They have done brilliant work over the multiple years, and I've tuned in I've been watching probably about 2008 when me started playing schoolboy football, and I've been watching since then. And I cannot say that I've been one or two times, maybe I can be disappointed with one or two glitches or small issues, but 99% of the time it has been very, very good. And it's really disappointing to see this happening right now. Really disheartening as well, because I want them to keep going so that I can keep going as well, in regards to, not saying that I will stop, but based off what they were doing, it encouraged me to be better, to do better. And what the implication that this had specifically in Jamaica football, when you look at schoolboy football, no other media outlets will be able to bring that quality of broadcast forward, especially with the commentators, Donald Oliver, the Leger, the Jeremiah, George Davis. All of these guys were brilliant in doing analysis, commentating. So the space will most definitely miss that for sure. Jamaica Premier League, week in, week out, and it has been very, very good. And as I said, no broadcast company in Jamaica can give you that same level. None whatsoever. Maybe Phase 3, but Phase 3 don't really do local sports per se. Not really. But none, because of what they have done and how they have mastered each location, how to set up, all these type of things. And it's going to be interesting. I do believe, though, the mere fact that where schoolboy football is concerned, they did apply to get the schoolboy football contract. They didn't get it. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen now in the media space, how we'll project from here. For me, this kind of opened my eyes in regards to a small media house on the rise, and when the big corporations step in, because they were taken over in 2014 by Digicel, and 11 years later, so in 2014, so they were in operations 2002, so over 10 years. They were already in operation over 10 years, and like 12 years. They were in operation for 12 years, taken over by a big corporation, and in 11 years time, they are now technically just no longer in existence. And so that now kind of give me a open eye in regards to how the big corporations operate, going into business with them, and this thing. So definitely it's a learning curve for me, and most definitely, as I said, they have, even it's that even when they're closing down, it's still, they're still teaching me something. They're still teaching me something. So I have to say, big respect for what the work that they have done. It has been brilliant, and farewell. But it has been, it's really disheartening, because personally for me, it's something we tune into on a regular basis to learn and listen and watch. Just because I'm a content creator, and I listen, I consume content, lots of content, and they're one of the channels that I go to consume content, and I consume cricket, volleyball, basketball. Recently, I started consume a variety of different content, but um let's see how this one things go on from here. Farewell to SportsMax, and they have served the community, the Caribbean community, extremely well, and I know the Caribbean will feel this one, because a lot of the countries, they use SportsMax as their main broadcaster. So it's a huge impact in what's happening. I do hope maybe like a billionaire or a millionaire decides, let me invest in it, because I do think it's a really good investment. But as it stands, a really interesting one. They have served the Jamaican community very well. And farewell, and God bless. Big up on yourself, people. Smash the like button, hit subscribe button, and I'll see you guys again. Until next time, MG Sports TV out. God bless. So it's actually it's a sad thing for media in Jamaica. Many might not understand where I'm coming from, but you will see in the next year or so what is happening in space, and you'll realize the impact, the major impact that this will have in sports in the Caribbean, and specifically in Jamaica. Big up on yourself, people, and I'll see you guys again. Until next time, like, share, and subscribe outside. God bless. Boom.